Hello gin lovers and welcome back to No Nonsense Gin Reviews with me, Bobby Freeman. Now then, I know that every man jack of you is going to recognise this bottle because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the good old trusty Beefeater gin. That's right. Now this is basically, I mention this gin in a lot of my videos because it's basically my benchmark gin, my stalwart, trusty old friend who never ever lets me down. Because one of the best things about this gin is, one of the best things is it's ubiquitous, it's everywhere, wherever you go. I think it's all over the world actually. I'm sure I've seen this in other places apart from the UK. But it's always there, and if you're in a kind of a mood where you're thinking, you know what, I don't really want to take a risk tonight, I don't want to try something I might not like, I just want something that I know is going to be nice, I always opt for the Beefeater because it just never lets me down. It never lets me down. It's kind of the perfect gin. I like it because it's also no nonsense, you know, which fits in nicely with the name of this program, obviously, because it's not out there. It's not got big, bold, exciting flavors that take gin in new directions or anything. It just does everything right. It's what a gin should be. If I was going to pick one flavor out of this, I'd say it's this tiny twist of orange in there. And as I always say, I've said many times before, any gin that has a little bit of orange peel in the recipe is always going to be good. And this just has it perfectly. So when you see this on the shelf, don't be fooled by its rather plain exterior. It's very, very good. So as you can probably tell, I have tried this one before. I like to try my gins the first time with you on these videos, but there's no getting away from this. I have tried it before. So but I'm going to try it again for you now. So, let me give you a little bit of history to it first. It was made originally by a chap called James Borrow. He conceived the idea of Beefeater gin. He was born in Devon in 1835, and he started his career as a pharmacist, right? Then, however, in 1995, and I think still to this day, it was taken over in 1995 by Mr. Desmond Payne. He became the master distiller, and I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that he's still the master distiller now. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get it in the glass, shall we? No cork on this one, so we can't do the cork test. Never mind. It's not everything. A little bit of gin in there. Tonic, nice bit of Fever Tree. I think I am going to do a video reviewing different tonic waters at some point because I always use Fever Tree because I cannot find anything that comes anywhere near. But anyway, that's another video for another day. Let's get that in there. Don't want to make it too strong because I'm doing a few of these today. My girlfriend's coming around. I don't want to be totally wasted when she arrives. Right then, here we go. See, aroma-wise, you're not going to get a load of unique aromas in this. You're not going to get a whole lot because, like I say, it's very finely balanced and it is kind of no-nonsense gin. So you're just going to get a gin aroma, if I'm absolutely honest. But there's nothing wrong with that because, as I say, it does it very, very well. So here we go. Oh yeah, it's just like coming home to your nice home that you've lived all your life, and it's like going home. This is a bit of a weird analogy, but when you go home to stay with see your parents, and you go in your mum and dad's living room, and you just sit down, and you're like, oh, that's better. I'm home. I'm safe. And nothing is going to go wrong. I find you can actually drink it a little bit stronger than other gins. I don't know why, but I go to a bar in Soho quite a lot, and they tend to, they don't really use measures in there, they just stick it in. When I first tried it, when I asked for a Beefeater there, I tried it and I was like, oh, geez, that's a bit strong, I might ask a bit more tonic. But I thought, you know what? It's actually quite nice, it works well. I think this sort of the citrusy note kind of balances it out, and it's just, I cannot speak more highly of this gin. Let's have another go, shall we? Oh yeah, get that bit of that oxygen in there, release all the flavours. It's just brilliant. I can't say too much about it. And of course they also do the old strawberry Beefeater as well, which is very, very nice. Same sort of, basically, it's the same sort of thing, just with strawberries, as you probably imagine. It's a lovely, lovely, one of my favourite novelty gins. But the very best thing about Beefeater is, I have to say, is the price. It is one of the cheapest gins on the market, and I'm quite surprised at that because as you can tell by the way I go on about it, it's one of the nicest. It's one of the best. They know what they're doing. They've been around for like about 200 years, I think. I might have that wrong, but it's certainly a long time. And it comes in. You can get this usually around £15-16. It's crazy. It's too cheap, really. I'd be happy to pay, up to your top bracket, like 30 quid for it, because it's so good. So when you've got things like I haven't got it on my shelf, but things like Gordon's and Bombay Sapphire out there, which are a similar price bracket, maybe even a little bit more actually. I'm pretty sure Bombay's a little bit more. I don't know why you would go for those. If you have a look at my previous videos on Bombay Sapphire and Gordon's, because they're not good gins. They are not good gins. And you might be on a budget, so you might say, yeah, but I can't afford these gins that cost like 30 quid. You know, we've all been there. In that case, you just go for the Beefeater, because you are getting some of the best gin money can buy for an absolute bargain price, the same price as some of the ones that are really, really bad. So it's a no-brainer, in my view. You should be drinking this, whatever budget you're on, and however, you know, whatever gin you like, you always, as I do, you can see one of the spaces up there where I keep it, there's always a space for this on the shelf. You need to have Beefeater in your life. As I said before, it's like my old friend, and I love it. Mwah! I love a Beefeater. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've never kissed a gin before, so that's the first on here. So, I think that's all I've got to say about that. Go out, get yourself some. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Beefeater Gin. Like it very much. I've been Bobby Freeman, and this is No Nonsense Gin Reviews, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.